Hi, this is Tina with Two Chicks and a Cricket, and we're doing another Valentine's Day card. I have been using this punch a lot for these cards, and I have to tell you, I'm not a big punch person, but I always say, well, my Cricket can do tons more than a punch, so I just tend not to spend the money on him. However, this punch I've been having a lot of fun with doing these cards, and I'm trying to make these cards just really simple, like simple and fun, and like you could throw them together. So I'm using this, and then I'm going to be using the My Pink Stamper Stamps Lovelicious, and then I'm using this pattern paper, which you're not even really going to be able to tell this is the pattern paper I used when we put this card together, but it was just kind of super fun, like the pattern of it, and I kind of like doing some non-traditional Valentine's Day colored cards. So this is how we're starting out. And I'm also doing a different size card. I'm doing a 4x4 card. So you're going to want your paper to be 8 inches long by 4 inches wide. And that's going to give you a 4-inch card. 4x4 card. So I'm just folding that in half. I'm going to zoom right in here so you can see what's going on. There we go. So this is my 4x4 card, and I'm going to take this Color Box chalk ink. This is in Chestnut Roan, and this is my favorite brown ink pad ever. Like ever. I love it. And I love these little eye drop, I guess they're called like eye drop, like they look like an eye, stamp pads, because they're super easy to ink with. You don't have to use a dabber or a sponge. You just can really just use your hands and get in there. And that makes life simple sometimes. This is how I learned, this is how I started out inking things. I'm a little off camera because I'm zoomed in so much. Sorry. Okay. So I've just inked around my edges. And then I have a 3 1/4 or 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 square. So I just took a 1/4 inch off each end. And I'm going to attach that down. And this was double-sided paper, so it's just the other side. And then I just picked a blue that I had in my supplies to coordinate with it. That's going to go right in the middle, or the best you can get it. And then I just have this hem twine stuff, and you could use Baker's, what's it called? Baker's twine? Is that what it's called with this? I have not got into using that. I don't tend to go run and buy the latest, greatest thing. And I know that's really the most popular thing to use right now is this Baker's twine. So you could use that in place of this. I should get some. Maybe I will. Stampin' Up! Has it now, so I'm just taking it, and yes, this part is going to be like where you're taping it is going to be on the inside of the card, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's, you know, I mean, I don't ever consider it a big deal to tape inside my card. So I'm just taking it and pulling it up at an angle. And then I'm going to come back down at an angle. Or I'm going to come straight across. Okay? So I went up at an angle, and then I went straight across, and then I'm going to flip it back over, and I'm coming down at an angle. So it gives you a little crisscross action. Just pulling it tight. And then I'm just going to tape it again. I'm going to snip off this extra. And then you can adjust this, like after you get it all taped, and you can adjust it. Okay, so now I have that piece. So now I'm taking 4 small ones. And I have this piece of patterned paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm taking 4 of the smaller ones and I'm just going to let my punch, I'm going to try to pick up these patterns. Like that's pretty good. Like I want to get both. So then I'll pick up, this will be perfect because it's getting 3 lines in there, different colors. Do this one. And then I have this other piece. I'll grab that right there. So you can see how all my hearts kind of have some pattern from there. So then what I want to do is take some of my extra blue that I have here. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I just thought of this. So I have this heart right here. And if you can see, there you go. It's like patterned on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my larger heart and instead of punching it out of just the plain blue cardstock, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it a little bit. I'm going to try to get down in here and use this blue to punch out my heart. There we go. And that way I have a little bit of a design on this heart already. Whoops, there we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink the edges of this heart just lightly. I thought it would be fun to do a blue and brown Valentine's Day card. It's not so girly. So then I'm going to take from the My Pink Stamper stamps, I'm going to take this Crazy About You. Just plain crazy right now with all my kids. I'm going to ink it using just a brown stamp pad. And I'm going to stamp right in the heart. Crazy About You. Oh, that came out cute. Okay, so now I'm going to put this card together. I'm going to flip over these pattern pieces of hearts that I punched out. I'm going to grab my adhesive and I'm going to adhesive them up. Okay. Now I have them. Now I have my card and we're just going to lay these out on here. I just want 4, like in a square. Then I'm going to take a pop dot or 2. These are just Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Whatever you have will work fine. It's just what I have on hand. And we're going to put that right in the middle. This heart punch reminds me of those heart candies that you get on Valentine's Day. So there is my little 4x4 card. Super cute. Alright, thanks guys for coming by the blog today, and I will see you tomorrow.